Well, hi. I got through that awful holiday I refer to as Christmas. I hope you did too, with relatively few bumps and bruises. So welcome to my first annual Predictions for 2024 special. So stick with me. My name's Tim. I'm your truth slinger. And I'm going to enjoy my theme song now because I have one. And if you don't like it, just skip a bit, brother.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make.
Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay. Cause my messages are timeless, so they'll put them on display. Oh yeah, I rap with a certainty, I have a sense of urgency. A message for eternity, for everyone internally. I had some people burning me, but now they fucking learn to see I ain't the one to fuck with, now they looking nervously. And I don't really care what you think of me respectfully. You can kick rocks if you think you're fucking better, see. I will outwork you, turn you to an enemy. Hurt you so bad that you're gonna need some therapy. I got the motherfucking recipe. I've been cooking up hits, I'ma leave a legacy. You'll be looking small when you're standing right next to me. I'm 5'10", bitch, but I'm 10 feet.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way.
Coming out with a statement. You really changed, man, all your music and arrangement. You don't know shit, shut your mouth, you can save it. I'm the same dude that got his come up from the basement. 100 songs, 100 weeks, didn't change it. Experiments, development, intelligence, and patience. I'll do it all again, cause I never feel complacent. Let's keep the good vibes, positivity's contagious. I'm never looking back, cause I made a life that's passionate. A college graduate suppressing all his talents, yeah. He found a way to go and change, become an advocate. For taking control of your life, go out and battle. And you think you have a dream, then act on it, get after it, get out your head and fucking capture it. You got one life to master it. Don't give up on your future. We all start losers. We're all late bloomers. Gotta start
don't
through
give
the
a fuck
sewer.
what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way.
Oh, yeah. There we go. That's right. It's me, True Slinger, coming at you for the 182nd time, along with my one flesh hippie chick off to my side. That's right. Coming from you, the mud hole that I live in right now in Maine. It's terrible. It's disgusting. It's awful. We live in just it's like there's like nothing fun about this winter right now. It's wet, it's muddy, it's nasty, and I live out in the woods, and this is like the not sexy part of living off grid, right? So yeah, I'm tracking all sorts of crap in the house, and then we got a new puppy. Yeah, to fix the hole in my heart. Yeah, we have a brand new puppy, and she's large. She has ears like this big. And she unfortunately has a bit of the bowel distress, irritable bowel syndrome at the moment, a little bit stressed at the move. So, yeah, I woke up a little bit frazzled this morning, woke up to a mess, and had a little buyer's remorse, let's just say that, right? So, suffering a little bit of depression, yeah. And I asked for some prayer out there, and you know what? This X stuff is really starting to be pretty cool. It's quite the ministry. and I'm able to reach out to people and help other people. And when I need help, I reached out to other people, and they prayed for me. And man, I'm telling you, it made a difference because my morning did not start out good. It was not doing good, right? So what am I going to talk about today? Well, I'm going to make predictions for 2024. That's what I want to talk about, right? Because I got a lot of them. And let me just clear something up. You know, Christmas is a wonderful time of the year. It's a wonderful holiday as far as what the ideal is of what we're supposed to be celebrating, which is the birth of Christ. But I feel like it's gone so far away from that, you know. And years ago, the whole gift-giving thing has gone, you know, completely by the wayside for us. And then, of course, I've got children that are prodigal, and I don't have any grandchildren in my life. So Christmas for us sucks balls. You know, I'm sorry, but it just does. And that's okay. You know, I've been talking to people and about pain and thinking a lot about pain. And, you know, pain is something that carves us. It makes us who we are. It makes the lines in our faces, and it creates a character in our hearts, right? So, yeah, you can write that down. You heard it from me first. So let's talk about predictions for 2024. I got a number of them. And my first that I've been saying is that I don't think we're going to have an election in the year 2024. I don't think we're going to have any elections. In particular, not a presidential election. And I'm gonna say a caveat with that. I'm gonna say we're not gonna have a traditional election. We're either gonna have clearly a banana republic style election where the results of the election cannot be trusted, or the election will be canceled in its entirety, right? And I think that is distinctly possible if we have severe civil unrest, if we have some other emergency condition, which I'll talk about later in the next couple of points. But I think there will not be a traditional standard election. And someone on Twitter said, you know, there better be one, because I put out a poll that said, you know, there will be one definitely, or no, they won't permit it. And more people than not thought that the election will not go off as normal. And I just tend to agree. So I'm standing on that one. I also believe that we're going to see World War III officially declared in the year 2024. Some official person is going to come out, whoever it is that declares World War III, the World War III czar, is going to declare it because it's necessary. It's necessary for the completion of the New World Order, all this crap that's been going on for years by all the powers that be that pull all the strings, that diddle all the kids, and do all the bad things in the world. They don't give a shit about you and me. And by that, I mean the elite ruling class, not the left, not the right, all the scumbags up at the top, right? All the ones that never been in a 7-Eleven in their entire lives, right? These politicians, the elites, all the people that meet, you know, off in the Bilderberg group and all these places where they don't want photographers, right? What do you think they're all doing there? You know, they just enjoy each other's company? No, they're all a bunch of egotistical maniacs that are running the world. That's exactly what they're doing. Oh, you sound awfully conspiratorial. Well, you know, I mean, haven't we seen most everything come true? And then now we're going to see Epstein's list, I think. Maybe. I hear that the client list is actually going to come out. I still can't see it. Too many powerful people on that list. I just don't see it happening. But anyway, we shall see, right? I don't have a prediction for that. Well, no, actually I do. We won't see the names on the client list. No. There's a prediction. I'm going to go with that, right? See, I just pulled that one right off the top of my head. This is why when you want to like, follow, subscribe, share this, hit the notify bell, because you're not going to get this kind of, mental sharpness and worldview. Quick on my feet, man. Wow. You need to keep coming back here to stay informed, huh?
Where'd you start fasting?
Yeah, yeah, Daddy's going to change his diet in 2024. That's another prediction. I'm going to get like this in 2024. Anyway, so, okay, prediction number 3. And actually now it's become prediction number 4 because I impromptu added a prediction in there. But my prediction number 4 is going to be civil war will break out. What do I mean by that? I don't really know, honestly. I don't know exactly what that looks like because I think civil war is going to be different. I don't think it's going to involve a Pied Piper like this with a flute and a drum. It might. Muskets, it might. But I think it's probably going to be different than that. It's going to, I don't know if it's going to involve shooting. I don't know if it's going to involve information. I don't know. I think there's too many factors going on. But I think that some of these other factors, my prediction, might help to plunge the country into civil war, which is what all our enemies want. And what they've been doing is trying to get this country to collapse internally for all these years. And we've been woefully poor at responding to the threats that have come along. We've been asleep at the damn wheel, and we are going to reap the whirlwind in 2024. That's another broad prediction. We're going to reap the whirlwind. It's going to be like nothing you've ever seen in your life. So strap on, man. Okay. I think we're going to have a new pandemic emerge. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's COVID-20. I don't know if it's the Zeta variant. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be monkeypox or a more deadly strain of something rather than just a weaponized flu, which is what this last thing was. This entire last pandemic, just look at, there was no flu numbers, right? It all became COVID-19. Probably the similar number of people died from flu. The whole thing was weaponized. All sorts of deaths were associated with COVID-19 that weren't supposed to be. If you died in a motorcycle accident, it was COVID-related. Yeah, bunch of shit that was. But they wanted to see how people would react to a lockdown situation, how people would react when they said, put your masks on, right? And what did we have? We had people beating each other up in the store, throwing people out with baseball bats because they wanted to walk in without a mask. I don't know. I don't have a lot of faith in the average intelligence of the general American human being. There, I said it. I don't. I think people are woefully ignorant of what the hell is going on. And so, I don't know. Somebody said, there better be an election because otherwise the Patriots aren't going to stand up for it. Well, look how much we've already stood up for, people. Look how much we've stood up for it. And we still ain't done shit. We have political prisoners. If you would have told me that we would have political prisoners that haven't been brought to trial yet, even a hearing, for years on end, and I would have said years ago, I would have said, oh, hell no. Somebody would have broke them out by now. Don't you think, Jen? I would have said that a couple of years ago. But look, it didn't happen. Because the full force and weight of the American government came down on people, and it scared the shit out of people. Right? It scared the shit out of people. But sooner or later, that fear will build up. And people will get hungry and thirsty, and people will be afraid for their safety. And I think that we are reaching a breaking point. I just did a poll on X and asked the question, are we going to have a traumatic event, a crisis in the United States in 2024? And right now we're running, I think, at about 85% plus say yes. Now, I was unspecific about what that was. And as you can hear my prediction list, I think it's multiple things, right? I believe that we are going to have terrorist attacks in this country in 2024. Whether we will know it or not, being told that it was a terrorist attack, or whether we're told the truth about it, or whether that terrorist attack is even created by our own government in order to plunge us into crisis, that they might exercise full martial law, authoritative power. Look, I've been saying it before and I'll say it again. They will not let Donald Trump become president of the United States. If you think that Donald Trump is going to become elected and just waltz into that White House again, you got another thing coming. Now, my prediction isn't, an option, an alternative is that somebody's going to try and assassinate him. And I think there's a high likelihood that that is on the table right now. Because what options does the other side have? The things we know they're guilty of are treasonous. And I do not use that word lightly. They're giving aid and comfort to our enemies. And just because you don't call China an enemy, you just call them a happy competitor or whatever the hell we call them, that's a bullshit. The left just changes terminology. What's the latest term for illegal immigration now? Something irregular migration. Right? Every time somebody catches on to the term, what the hell they're talking about, they just change it. They just change it. And, you know, I predict that none of this is going to stop. The left will not stop. The left will not stop. If you think you've seen evil shit exposed so far, and people going to any lengths to get their goals, there are people that are looking at spending the rest of their lives in prison or possibly even being put to death at this time in history, because that's how randy and pissed off people are, right? Look, I was at January 6th, and, you know, you can say what you want about it, but there's a bunch of pissed off people, and yes, it was a honey trap, and yes, there were FBI informants there, but there was a foul-ass mood there, too. There was a lot of pissed off people wanting some fucking answers, how one president was elected in the night before, and everybody stops counting, and the next day we got a different fucking president. And, you know, I don't like to call it an insurrection because it wasn't one. There was nobody trying to take over the government. We just wanted some damned accountability and answers and do what was right. But people are going to lose patience. You suppress this now, and then an election doesn't happen. If a proper election doesn't happen in this country, I think this country will lose its collective mind. Now, what that looks like, I don't know. Fifth generational civil war. Who knows what the military is going to do? Who knows what the terrorists are going to do in the meantime? You know? Who knows what the Chinese are going to do? Who knows what the Russians are going to do? It's a powder keg. We're sitting on a powder keg. And my last prediction for this show is that Jesus is not coming back in 2024, but it's soon. It's soon. And with the way things are going, you might see Jesus before Jesus gets back here. And if that's the case, that means you did. And if you did, you got one shot at this. You better be in him, because your own works are going to wither like a blade of grass in a flame in a blast furnace. That's what's going to happen to you. Only Christ will be able to cover your sin. And that's my message for today, right? You got to be prepared. And I've talked about this over and over and over. And since this is a show in preparation for 2024, and let me tell you, I'm going to start making shows every single day again. Every single day again, because it's going to get nuts. You thought you saw civil unrest in 2020. You ain't seen nothing yet, man. You ain't seen nothing yet. Now, I don't know whether this civil unrest, I heard something on the talk radio today, and somebody said that the real civil unrest isn't going to happen until Trump gets elected back into office. And so it's going to happen after the disruption is going to occur. I don't know. I don't know, because with all the Palestinian stuff, that's blowing off.
Well, then we'll do martial law. He needs to be a hard ass.
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be a wild ride. So, first of all, if you're new to me in this program, in this channel, please, again, follow. But you got to be mentally prepared that this stuff can go sideways. And if you look at every single thing, and then literally you compare it up to the Bible, okay, what's going on? We are in a time of great crisis. And even if you take the Bible out of it, if you look at patterns in history, and that is reliable as hell, okay? People are people, and cultures are cultures, and they rise and they fall, and they have similarities. And we are in a dangerous place in our culture where we prize physical pleasure, hedonism over everything else. That's all that matters. I mean, look, you get on Twitter and you see women with lips this big and asses this big and men trying to look like women. And it just, look, you don't have to have access to a porno channel. Just get on Google and just Google dildo. I dare you. You'll be shocked at what comes up. And if you post it on Facebook, you'll get banned. You see, we're in a time of a desperate situation. And I think still most people have their backs turned against God, and they are hardened against God, and I fear that the judgment is going to come upon us. That's what I think is going to happen. I mean, look at this list. This is not good. Just if you listen, we've been listening to all the testimony. We watch all this kind of stuff for you, okay? And the FBI director, who I think is a total scumbag, Chris Wray, says, we've never been more vulnerable than we are. There's people pouring across the border. In one day, I think we're now up to like 15 to 20,000 a day. That was pretty good. I censored myself there. I'm getting better. That's unsustainable. That is literally thrown wide ass open. The Mexican drug cartels are in control of our southern border, operational control of our southern border. And we know that there are border agents saying that if we actually knew what the hell was going on down there, there would be literally a revolt. We are giving people $5,000 a head. We're giving them a fucking cell phone, and we're shipping them in strategic places in the country. And all this is being run through the United Nations, along with a whole crazy-ass network of NGOs. And you want to talk about opening up a can of spaghetti. Just start looking into the NGOs. A journalist could make a whole career out of doing that. I got one guy who does nothing but follow the fucking NGOs and the goddamn socialists in the state of Maine. And he's feeding me shit all the time. If that's all I reported on, I couldn't keep up with it. But I think everything is much bigger than that, people. If we focus on just that, we've lost that war. Okay, there's socialists everywhere. Everywhere. Every single institution is corrupt by Marxism. Everyone is corrupted by Marxism or just pure evil, which is what Marxism is, right? So you've got to just keep coming back, and you have to be mentally prepared. You got to be spiritually prepared, and then you got to be physically prepared. Man, you got to have food, water, shelter, self-defense needs taken care of. Because the police aren't going to come save you, man. There's going to come a time. They're not going to come. There'll be nobody on the other end of the line. Nobody there to help you but you. And God help you on that day if you haven't made preparations. And I pray that you do. And I will leave you with that. I'm Truth Slinger, and I am out.